Hi there, and welcome to my Chapman Stick Learning Journal. This is journal entry number 13, completion of week 12. I had to take a little break due to repetitive stress injury, or RSI, but I've gotten some stick time Saturday and Sunday. I did 20 minutes Saturday, 30 minutes Sunday. Today's Monday, and I'm mostly doing the video. But let's talk about playing, and then we'll talk about RSI. So, to start off, playing. Getting back to what I should have done, or not should have, but what I was scheduled to do a couple weeks ago, some left-hand work, because I've largely ignored it. It's been part of, Requiem and some of the exercises I've been doing, but I'm far more dexterous and accurate with my right hand than my left hand. So, a couple good exercises in the stick book, and while I was trying to learn them, one problem that I have, or one challenge that I have when I'm learning, is that if I don't hit the notes right, there are two things: hitting the notes right and hitting the notes in time. And both of those suffer when I try to do a one-handed part one-handed for the first time. So, I'll be like, okay, no, that's wrong, okay. That sounded like absolutely nothing. So I discovered that if I use two hands, I can make it go a lot smoother. Then I can start to transfer that. Once I have the sort of the pattern of intervals in my brain, because I don't know, it works better for me visually just to sort of see it. Then I can try one-handed. So I'm still going to mess up, but it'll be better than that first attempt. There we go, starting to get it. And if I was able to practice more, I'm sure I would be much better at it by now. But it's a victory at all that I can practice now, so I'm happy. And then, that carries on to the second thing, second part of that D blues from the stick book, which is do-do-do. So there you go. It's a neat technique that I guess seems really obvious, but as with so many things, it's only obvious until once you've figured it out, or once you've been told. So I probably also, Greg would point out, had my stick angled too far. So there we go. Okay, so on to the RSI portion. Turns out that repetitive stress injury. Oh, let me pimp another book that I've been learning from. So Dr. Pescarelli's Complete Guide to Repetitive Strain Injury. It's a great guide. It helped me identify some of the things that I was doing. I don't want to say self-diagnose, although there are clearly some things that I can do just by reading the book. Key elements that it has to say are definitely, consult your physician and find a physical therapist who specializes in repetitive stress injury. Because, for example, if they are used to or specialize in sports injury, they're going to be useless for you. This isn't my first time dealing with RSI. I dealt with it many, many years ago and did see a physical therapist, and I'm pretty sure they gave me a brace, and that's a big no-no, because just like saying, the only way to cure it is to stop playing the stick or stop using the computer, that's wrong. don't use the brace. All of those things will cause your muscles to not get any exercise, and they'll atrophy, they'll become weak. So you definitely need to continue to get exercise in your muscles. Just you need to do it the right way and the right amount. So I didn't get on, let me talk about the really sort of amazing thing that I didn't realize with repetitive stress injury. I thought the only option for treatment was resting. But it turns out there's a real root cause that goes beyond simply I'm using my fingers too much. And that is my posture. Typically my head is, I don't know, like stuck out. I'm accentuating right now, but stuck out like this, and my shoulders are in like this. So I wouldn't normally slouch that much, but something like this. So the proper posture is more like this. And that's key in helping with repetitive stress injury, because the nerves go in bundles and they go down your back, and I think also there's one that goes through in front of your chest, and then down your arm and into your wrists. And when you've got your neck forward, it's cantilevering your weight of your head out forward. And so the muscles in your neck have to work harder. That tightens them up. And that also brings your shoulders in, because that's just how it pulls. And that tightens up those nerve bundles. So, if you've got tingling or pain in your wrist, numbness, pain in your elbow, all of these are repetitive stress injury indications, and you should definitely stop what you're doing, learn about it, and correct what you're doing wrong. So I guess, the couple stretches that I'm doing that it says, these are, for example, only don't do them without consulting. I did do a couple of them because I think they're pretty straightforward. There are a bunch that I said, no, I'm not going to do those without consulting someone. So I'm looking for a physical therapist who specializes in RSI now, and I'm back to playing the stick, less than I did before, but I'll get back up to the amount that I was before. So other things, obviously in playing, shoulders back, that's a big change, and a lot of people on the stickist.com on the forum have been talking about how they're getting back or neck aches because they're leaning over to see the stick, and all of this is I can still see the fretboard, but not as well. It's a great argument for learning your intervals, and playing in the three-finger style is all about learning the intervals. So that, let's see if I can do it. If I start here on the 2nd fret, can I make the jump down to the 6th? I usually jump to the 7th. Oops, I missed the string entirely. Yeah, I always jump to the 7th. But the point of it is that you learn the intervals and how they feel, and then you are free to move about the fretboard. Greg talked a little bit about the Alexander technique, which this book mentions. Thing with that is it specifically says that's potentially a very good technique, but it only works when your muscles are in balance and they're equal in strength. And right now that's not the case for me. So I need to restore strength first, and then I can maybe look into something like the Alexander technique. So that's it. I think I've used up all my time for tonight. I'm going to keep practicing and stay healthy. That's the key thing from today. All right, see you around.